my niece and her son are both on a track, I'll guess say to success in terms of kind of figuring out exactly what direction they're going, right? So they're on that path in terms of education wise and knowing kind of what job that they want once they, get out of school. So if both of them get together and they are moving in that direction, I don't understand how that would be bad for him if both of them are of that mindset of pushing towards success.
Because y'all have a mindset of today where y'all think y'all want equality, equity in the same breath. Y'all want to be equal as men, and y'all want y'all special provisions.
No, I think that her knowledge would assist him, like Tara said.
You just skipped over everything I just said, though, right? And that was smooth.
I hear what you're saying. I just know a woman's role. I want him to have a help me to get him where he has to go, keep him focused, and get him where he has to go. Because I know he needs a woman in his life, a real strong one who knows what she's doing, who has a strong background, which her niece does. To get him where he needs to go. Because we have a plan, he has a plan, and mom is just being a part of it, so is dad. And for us to get there, we need him to be focused.
But why would you want your son to have a strong black woman? That's insane.
She's not, no. She's not strong in the sense of she's dominant. She's very feminine. She's just about her business. Like, she's a smart girl.
Well, feminine and strong don't translate together good.
No. You can be strong and then feminine. Absolutely, you can. You can be a smart intellectual. Intellect and still be feminine. Absolutely. That doesn't have. And you can just dumb does not equate to femininity. Like, it's not. That's not how that works.
Dumb does not equate to what?
Being feminine. Just like you're saying, if you're educated or strong-minded or a strong woman, then that means you're not feminine. So being weak is feminine?
No, you call being feminine is being feminine. Nobody, see, you got to realize, men never say being feminine is weak or strong. I'm using the words that Shantae used. I never said weak. I just said, how does it equate to being strong?
No, you said a strong, so you're setting him up for failure with a strong woman.
Yes, because when
I say strong, I mean strong-minded as in I think she's a planner. There's certain areas in which she's strong that he may be weak in. And if you find somebody who is strong in the areas in which you're weak, then I think that it'll help you on your path. She'll keep him focused. I didn't say anything about her taking over or doing anything masculine. It's just she will be a great helpmeet to him, in my opinion. Obviously, that's going to be his decision. But in my opinion, I think that she would be a great helpmeet because she has a strong tribe behind her. And so I know that her family and my family will assist them along the way if that were to happen.
So if I use the word masculine and feminine, right? Don't them kind of go along?
Mm-hmm. Does masculine and feminine?
If I use the word masculine and strong, does them two words go along? And if I use the words feminine and submissive, them two words go along, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that, like I said earlier on the question that Shantae skipped over, the problem is our women want equality. They want to be equal. They want the men attributes.
No,
so
equity.
Okay.
Equity. I want her to be strong in some areas that are not masculine. She can be strong, like you can be a good mom, which makes you're strong in that area.
But see, that's the thing that I think men don't necessarily get as well, is that when we're talking about yin and yang, if you look at that symbol, the symbol are complete opposites, but there's a little circle in each one that has that part of the other in it. And I think a lot of times when you find your mate, that's what it is. A man is not going to be strong in every aspect of who he is. Just like a woman is not going to be perfect in every aspect of who he is or who she is. So when you come together, the idea is, let me pick somebody that where I know that I'm weak at, they're strong. So in that attribute being around me, I may build my own weaknesses and vice versa. You guys come in and say, like a man is supposed to have it all together before he gets married. And they're not. Nobody is. The goal is to build together, to strengthen each other together. I pour into you, you should be able to pour into me. And then that's how we grow. But if you're like, I'm the man, I'm supposed to have it all together, and you're just supposed to support me, that's not going to work either.
Not in his life.
I think it's a little bit of both, because if you think about it, some women are picky and think that they can get X, Y, Z. I want this. I want the guy who's, the 666. I want the guy who is, handsome. I want the guy that's in shape. I want the guy who has this job. He has to do this, that, and the other. I mean, you could be super, super picky and be delusional at the same time. But I also agree with you that there are certain experiences in life that make you more, stringent with your vetting, that you're going to be more specific with who you vet and the things that you want. So I think it goes both ways.
So when a woman is dating a man who is older, so she should just date a man that's older. She shouldn't be picky about the older man that she's dating.
The hell she shouldn't. She better be vetting him
picky
too.
in that sense. But not on
so I guess the question is, are you
vetting process?
Right, the vetting process still exists even though the guy is 50 plus. Shit.
Right, I guess the question that I guess I want you guys to clarify is the difference between having standards and being picky. Because I think sometimes we get that confused. But like, what's the difference between having standards and being picky?
I would say like having standards is like, for example, if it's like, I'm a trustworthy individual, I move with purpose, I'm intentional, versus, oh, that man meets those qualifications, but he's not 6'6", where it's like, you have the delusion sets in, I think, also from like a lack of knowledge, where you become very, very picky because you don't have the knowledge of what you're actually looking for. We're not raised to actually vet for ideal mates. And so we're kind of in this whole mix, just doing whatever, looking for whatever feels good temporarily. Like there's no actual purpose with like dating for intention. And so then you start becoming, start nitpicking on things because it's like you don't even really know what you're doing to begin with.
Mm. Okay, so would you say the picky is the standards is I guess the meat and potatoes, and then
the values,
the value, and then the pickiness is just the superficial stuff.
The reason to say no when you know in all actuality that there's nothing wrong with that person. It's probably you that's the problem.